to all the faculties who are here with us today. And before that, I would like to thank Mr. Nagendra Narayan sir, who has actually coined up this idea to talk about all this, and all the coordinating to Mr. Rahman sir, who has coordinated all this, and finally none other than our Quatra sir, who has actually implemented and brought this idea to you. Yeah, we are starting the session now. So living has remained our all priority all the time. Roti, kapda or makan, these three are all remained all our priorities throughout the years and throughout the ages. And once this is the time where all of us are in house for the last 2-3 months, building, managing the buildings, and a good automated building, a good livable building, a building which is actually actionable is the priority of us now. Do you agree with me? I hope all agrees with me that yes, building should be so smart that it won't give me a feeling that I have not been going out for the last 2-3 months and I am living all here for all of those days. So whether it is in terms of the environment, whether it is in terms of the entertainment, whether it is in terms of the security, whether it is in terms of the fresh air, all the things must be there in the building so that we all be very happy, we all be living very happy, and we don't get bothered that yes, this is wow. If lockdown is there, if it continues for more than 2-3 months again, we won't have any issue. So yeah, so that's why it is very important now to talk about a good building management system, that how we can turn our building smart, how we can make our building sustainable, how we can make our living in such a way that it won't give me a feeling of any kind of a problem or any kind of a environment, that I will keep living in such a way that it will be contained. I will remain contained in this. So that's why the idea of this talk is today about this building management system. There are lots of buildings are there, lots of types of buildings are there, whether it is your personal house, whether it is your outdoor house, whether it is a business house, whether it is an office, whether it is an industry, whether it is a factory. So all of the places the buildings are there. And architect is there, means architecture is there in the building. There are the arrangements, there are the physical arrangements, brick and mortar arrangements are there. There are the electrical arrangements, there are the electronic arrangements. So all kind of arrangements are there in the building. So how they all can be coordinated to make your living a better space, this all is the task, and this all is the agenda of the talk today under the building management system. And yes, there is a new thing in the market, this IoT, industrial Internet of Things, that I call is industrial IoT. If I am talking about business industry units or business buildings, and if it is a normal your house, the consumer electronics I'm talking about, it is the Internet of Things. So that's why the basic is the Internet of Things. So Internet of Things and building management system, these two are the hot topic today, which we are talking about, and it is for the generations also, for the next generations also, this will remain a talk. So that's what we are discussing today. Our agenda today's talk is, we will talk about the smart buildings, that how the buildings are there which can be smart. There are the buildings and there are the smart buildings. There is a very thin line of difference between them. So we will be talking about all of them and how the business building management system works for it. So that's what the BMS is. And how BMS operates with the help of the sensors are there, with the help of the drives. So we will be talking about some sensors, some latest sensors, which is really useful in these COVID-19 days. So we will be talking one or two sensors about them also specifically. Thereafter, there are the systems in the building. So if there are the systems in the building, there must be a maintenance is required, like electrical systems are there or a brick mortar systems are there. So a kind of maintenance is required. So if I am doing a maintenance which is on a timely basis or it is on a conditional basis, it is a very chance of failure. Because what happens that maybe you are having a AC repairing, AC maintenance, like I'm talking about a today's scenario. You had a AC maintenance due in the month of April, but since lockdown was there and you were not able to maintain it. There were certain problem in the AC and you were not able to maintain it because you follow a timely maintenance schedule. So what happens in that case? You will be suffering in the summer for the last May or June till the time the lockdown won't open. So if we have a diagnostic plan beforehand, if we have a complete maintenance plan beforehand, if we have a kind of a system which will tell me in advance that yes, your AC is going to break in next 2 months or next 3 months, I can take the step beforehand. Maybe same thing will happen in case of a warranty is going loose, and you can take the step to give the warranty of your AC beforehand. So that's what how we can diagnose and maintain all the things. So these are the idea that we will be talking today. Thereafter, how IoT is implemented and how security is there in the buildings. So this is our agenda, and finally we will take questions also. So if you have any questions, my sincere request to you that please note down and keep it at the end, so that we will take in the larger instance the questions. So maybe your question, your query will be in the benefit of others also. So this is how we are proceeding. So if I was talking about the buildings, so change is the only constant. Actually, if we see starting from the ages old building, ages old, if I'm talking about the very ancient times, the house used to be a place of shelter only. We didn't have a very big infrastructure. We didn't have that kind of finance also available with a common man, so that he can make good houses. So it used to be only a place of shelter, and people used to live outside, maybe in the forest or other places most of the time during the daytime, and in the night they used to come for just to take hostage, so that he will remain safe from the wild animals or maybe other environmental factors. So from the place of shelter, you can see the buildings, the structure has now changed, transformed to a place of living. Do you agree with me? You can write in chat window also. I will be seeing over here, and it will remain interactive for that purpose also. Am I right? So the buildings have the structures. I'm not talking about the buildings, but yes, the structures have changed from the place of shelter to the place of living. And nowadays, this I'm talking about, say maybe 5-6 years back, but nowadays this building has itself changed into a living organism. It can self-decide on itself that when he has to do what. Like if you have just woken up and sunlight is coming on your window screen, the curtains will automatically blow up. Once you are going towards the kitchen, your thermostat will automatically starts, and you will get a tea. I'm not talking about any hypothetical or imaginary things. These are the things which is there today. We have the entertainment systems. Oh, you are going to a gym place, so the music according to your gym place will start playing. Irrigation systems, these all I have implemented also just for your information in my home. So in the irrigation system, Mr. Nagendra sir knows about it. So irrigation system, like there is a time for the plants to get watered. So we have automated irrigation system where the plant would get timely irrigation, maybe timely irrigation, or maybe kind of a humidity based or temperature based irrigations. So these are the things that make your building living. This doesn't remain only a structure which is made of only bricks and which is made only of bricks and say cements and all these things. So if this is the scenario, every home item has become an actionable item. So why not to talk about the building management system then? Because if such a kind of systems are there, if such a kind of interoperable, intercommunicable systems are there inside our home, whether it is our personal home, whether it is my office, whether it is my factory, whether it is my any of the transportation place, anywhere it is. So if this is a scenario, then why not to talk about a system, a hardware, a management system which will consider, which will manage, which will do all the activities on behalf of me, and it will manage it well. So I'm just playing a video for you that you can also have an idea, you can also have a look that how this system with smart building would be look like. In this video, something is shown which is there present today, something is shown which is imaginary also. So just to have an idea, I'm just sharing it.
Our world is undergoing changes. changes that have a significant impact on our environment. Changes that force us to think in new ways. This also applies to buildings. A study on the future of building technology shows that requirements are undergoing lasting changes. The need for security will play an even greater role in the future. Flexibility and dynamics will be basic requirements for system operation. Maximum efficiency will have top priority, and not only where energy is concerned. In addition, we need to increase comfort for the well-being of users. Only solutions which create the greatest synergies between energy efficiency, comfort, and safety and security will be sustainable over the long term. Solutions that turn buildings into living organisms, networked, intelligent, sensitive, and adaptable. Modularity is one key. Solutions that easily adapt to the changing needs of their operators and users. We achieve maximum compatibility using standardized interfaces, plug and go. The modules themselves must be flexible as well. Space is divided as needed, assisted by mobile equipment that integrates seamlessly into the logistics concept. A giant step forward toward greater efficiency. Because flexible usage is suddenly possible over the entire life cycle. Transportation systems will also be more flexible. Route usage will be optimized, divided into passenger and cargo flows. Destinations will be reached faster, and security critical areas will be better protected by dynamic route management. Along the way to the future, we will network classic domains completely and intelligently, and we will create synergies that make new functions possible. Energy example. We will no longer focus just on energy distribution. An intelligent energy management system will control the interplay between internal consumers, producers, and the energy mix of public power grids. New types of storage concepts will make it possible to purchase excess energy from the grid at competitive prices. Energy that enables load peaks to be equalized safely and efficiently. Increasing water treatment requirements also offer potential in the truest sense of the word. Additional energy storage is possible through intelligent networking. Consumption optimization will of course also be key. New types of functional construction materials and techniques offer potential in the areas of lighting and climate control. However, the possibilities cannot be fully realized until they are integrated into the building management concept. Intelligent networking of disciplines creates outstanding synergies where security is concerned. Discrete access controls according to the open door concept not only increase security, but also allow for dynamic logistics. People are guided quickly and safely to their destination through personalized assistance. A wide range of control and navigation solutions point the way comfortably, and at the same time, improve discretion in defined building zones. In the future, we will monitor all media flows, including supply lines. And safety measures will be initiated automatically as needed. Intelligent networking provides maximum security. Occupancy sensors in the lighting system do more than just turn the lights on and off. In an emergency, they also assist in organizing a fast, orderly, and thus safe evacuation. Escape routes are defined according to the situation. Lighting installations operate in emergency mode and point the way dynamically. Acoustic signals and voice prompts provide additional support. Subsystems support the evacuation scenario. Intelligent systems help detect flows of people and separate them when escape routes are about to become overloaded. Intelligent use of installations and networking with the surrounding area allow for information to be exchanged in real time. Only when all systems work together in a network can we meet the security requirements of the future adequately and efficiently. A networked, integrated, and intelligent building management system will be at the heart of the next generation of smart buildings. A building management system for greater efficiency, comfort, and security. On the way to sustainable cities, we are already using our expertise in building technology and the architecture of network systems to connect buildings into building clusters via an IT backbone. And we are achieving significant improvements in energy efficiency. Smart grids and smart consumption will shape the future. Networking city districts and even entire cities will also mean more security. Security that growing urbanization urgently needs. Intelligent, sustainable solutions will shape the future. And the future has already begun.
On our Pragyatmika channel, this link you can see that how the building technology is actually evolving. Building has not remained only a place where you go and you do your work, but actually it can sense, it can work, it can decide, it can do all the activities what a human do. The buildings are now doing with the help of the sensors, the help of the actuators, the help of the the sensors, and the help of those transparent electronic systems and the kind of monitoring systems. So this is in the video that I wanted to show you, and this was actually the imagination from the Siemens. Siemens is largely into this building management system. So from where I have taken that video, so you can go and see on this channel or maybe on the Siemens website also. So moving forward, maybe I'm not able to show you as of now. So if I can see how the technology has intervened all around the building systems, whether it is your HU units. HU units you must be familiar with in the hotels and all the places, or in the malls also the centralized systems are there. So air handling units are there. So that HU units, so that it is elevators, the escalators, the heat exchange systems. Thereafter your flow meters, the lighting control systems. The lights are now extensively been managed through these Internet of Things, IoT control systems, and the business building management systems. So from thereafter your water pumps, thereafter your waste management systems, whether it is your power backup systems, the UPS, the CCTV systems, the access control systems. So if I'm talking about all of the era of your access systems, whether it is all of the era of the access systems, the electrical systems, the electronic systems, all has a technological intervention. So it is in terms of the building, it is in terms of the units which is installed within the building, and it is in terms of the reportings also, that you can see that customized reports, you need customized alarms. Like many of you have seen a scenario, maybe many of you have went to a conference hall in a hotel, and say this is a time of maybe March. So HU was set on a certain temperature level, and it has run for 4 or 5 hours. Now your conference is for whole of the day. So if HU has run for 4 or 5 hours, it has enough cooled the environment. You agree? Now what happens that if HU is not auto controlled, and if HU unit is made in such a way that it will timely, or it will turn on and off on a time schedule basis, you will start shivering. after lunch. Doesn't that happen to you? So we should have a kind of a technological intervention where this HE unit will itself decide that no, I have to turn on now and I have to turn off now. So if this is the kind of scenario we can make, because this technology is available, so we can make best use of the building management system. So this is just one example I have taken. I will show you that how we can do the occupancy sensing also in this session. Nowadays you have to manage a social distancing. So in your building also you have to manage the social distancing, that the people should remain at a particular distant level, or maybe in a particular room there should not be more than 5 persons or 6 persons will be there maintaining that distance, or maybe in an elevator that I am operating there should not go more than 2 or 3 persons. That's what the scenario is nowadays. But now if I see that in an elevator there is a possibility to enter of 6 people, minimum 6 people that can enter a normal elevator. So how I can manage those kind of things? We have the sensors for that and we have the solutions for that, and that can be integrated under our management system, the building management systems, and this works. So technology has intervened in all era of our systems, the building management systems. So that is the talk. Now I'm taking it little further where all this is going to be intervened. If I'm talking about HVAC systems, HVAC you all are familiar with mostly. I think, sir, most of people are here architecture background or electrical backgrounds also.
Yes, there may be some, but primarily architecture and interior design.
Okay, so HVAC is not, I think HVAC is a very much familiar term, that heating, ventilation and air conditioning control systems are there. Thereafter lighting control systems are there. I've kept the session very light actually, so that it would remain in the interest of all and would be understandable all of you. But still, if you feel any word which is typical for you or which is not understandable by you, you can write in chat window and we can take maybe during the session or after the session in the interest. So HVAC units, the light control systems are there, beacons are there. Thereafter, our transportation systems within the building and outside the building, because nowadays we have the within the building transportation systems also. So the AC equipment systems, so these are our physical things. This is a part of our building and these all are our physical things. And it is managing the virtual things. It is given right in the right side, what all the virtual things it manages. Like your, these all systems are managing your weather management is there. The HVAC is doing the weather management. Thereafter, maybe your light control systems are controlling your ambient light systems. The ticketing systems are there. The energy management systems are there. So all these are the virtual things. We don't see them, but yes, we are in touch of them. We remain in use of them. Like weather is of most use of us. The energy is most use of us. The ticketing, the presence, the digital credentials, like who will enter into your house or maybe into your building digitally, that we give the credential for that. So maybe based on a Wi-Fi systems or maybe based on a kind of access control systems, we can make such a things. So the building management system has this management of the virtual things through those physical things. Thereafter, how they are connected to our systems, how the technology is interconnected with this. In the center, you can see there is a open data warehouse concept is there. It means all the data which is being generated, because if we are using any of the system and if it is a dumb machine, it will generate a data. And based on that data, we will do kind of analytics and maintenance. So we require a place where we will generate and where we will store such a kind of data. So we have a data warehouse that is actually our intelligent building platform, that I can say. So this is open data warehouse. Why it is open data warehouse? Because lots of kind of different systems will be integrated in your system. Maybe you are designing a building today. That building has to last for say next 100 of years. Maybe you will not be there maintaining for all these 100 years. Some new guy will come in and he has to also install his own system. So if that system is not a kind of a open architecture based, how it would be possible for him to implement his system? Because it is not possible for a new guy or for a maintenance or for the management of the building to make a database or to make the architecture each and every time when the new guy will come for the maintenance or new guy will come for the design. So that's why we have an open data warehouse concept, which has all the kind of data, and this data is being connected with our physical and virtual things through the gateways and through the authentication and verification. These two are the things. Bridge and gateways are your physical devices through which the connection is being made. It may be a local connection, it may be a global connection that we will be discussing when we will be discussing the IoT. We will discuss in detail of all of those things. So through these bridge and gateway, our physical things are connected to our data warehouse, and there is a requirement of a security. So that's why the authentication is there, that yes, you are the right person who will be entering into my system. So I need to authenticate it. So authentication is there. And thereafter, there are the applications running, like I am a person who knows a database. So I can barge into my database and can get the reports of my interest. But if you are a person who is not an expert in database, or maybe not expert in the electronic system, or maybe not expert in this embedded system design, you are only interested in a kind of a reports that at what time my HU has turned on, my HU has turned off, or maybe what is the consumption level of my HU, or maybe what is if my HU is, what is the efficiency level of this HU is, so that I can plan a heating control system in my building. Is that possible? That if my HU is not that much efficient, I am not going to change the HU because it is a it is a large capex. So we will be managing a kind of a heating management system. We will put some kind of element, we will put some kind of material into my roof, into my say walls, so that heat can be managed. So if you are interested in this kind of reports only, so you have the core applications running system that you can see on the right side. It is a desktop based system. Maybe it come onto your mobile also, like apps through the app interface and all. So analytics, alarm management, diagnostics, the documentation, visual representation, all these things can come onto your this core applications with the help of this